got a few words for some of our brothers and sisters in the occupied zone. The chair is against the wall. The chair is against the wall. John has a long mustache. John has a long mustache. It's 12 o'clock, Americans, another day closer to victory. And for all of you out there on or behind the lines, this is your song.
And welcome everybody to our daily gun show. We come to you live every night at midnight Eastern. That's 9 Pacific for about an hour each night. We'll do 3 gun-related topics. We do different topics throughout the week. We plan those on Mondays. So if you'd like to be part of the creation of the show, join us then. Let's see. We run it live on YouTube. We simulcast it over at gunchannels.com, a community we built a while back focused on firearms. We watch the comments from the people that are watching the show live. And we appreciate it when people, after the shows are rendered and we put the best of up on iTunes, we appreciate the people that leave us comments, that subscribe to our channels, and that interact with the various platforms out there. Lets us know as human beings that you're out there. We appreciate that, but it also helps our show get recommended to more listeners, and that's important. So do that for our show. We ask you to, but also do it for the other Second Amendment and gun-related stuff that you enjoy. We have hosts, just me and Bob tonight. We got Bob jumping in from Canada. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, glad to be here.
And then I'm down here in Tucson. So we're on episode 508, and that's, what is it, Wednesday? So we're doing entertainment stuff. We'll be talking about guns and songs. We'll be talking on our, well, we'll be doing the good idea, bad idea, back the original good idea, bad idea, it looks like, with just me and Bob. Then we'll do the hashtag Daily Gun Show Showdown, where we take a look at the people that have used the hashtag Daily Gun Show over on the Instagrams. Oh, and I should say we're simulcasting over on Instagrams as well. Hello to something another Texas there.
Hey.
And
Graham, how you doing?
I guess let's dig into it. Is anything going on? You have Valentine's Day? You have that in Canada? Is that something you celebrate?
Yep.
Yeah,
we have.
Do you have love in Canada, Bob?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's kind of cold love, you know.
Okay. So, yeah. So we did a chat earlier today with how to set up a Second Amendment website. Again, just a little, I think it was 7 minutes or maybe 12 minutes this time, because I can go on and on about websites. But it was just a primer, just a quick, what's the concept behind it? You know, just the rough draft. And then the idea is that people that have follow-up questions or more specific questions that we might not have addressed can ask us or discuss it with people who are experts in a longer, like 1 hour or whatever, open discussion in these hangouts. So I was did another one of those today. And Matt was sick. Clover was sick. He had a short show. So kind of interesting day for live chats. The lobby's been pretty interesting. You know, there's news of the day, so people have been paying attention. So our show's to give you a relief from all that. So we're going to dig into guns in songs. Bob left. So what do we want?
I'm here. I was busy coughing a lung out.
Yeah, no worries. This is when we realize how much we need our co-host. This is horrible. It's almost like we're being alone with this.
Well, we should be used to it. We did this for years.
Oh, we're used to it. It's the listeners that are used to the.
I feel sorry for the listeners, certainly, but you know, hey, they're getting what they paid for. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, let's talk about that for a second. Let me screen share. And we want to thank the people over on the Patreon. We do have a Patreon account. Bob talks about it on the end of each show, and I got $52 last month, so we appreciate it. And obviously, it's not enough to run a show or nothing, but we don't care. We're going to do it anyway. And, we want to acknowledge that. I just did the AK Guru podcast, and we handed out some stuff as a thank you to some people supporting it. We'll do the same on this show one of these days. Get a little more ease with the daily shows here. I can only do it once a week on the AK one. A little more flexibility over here.
That's true.
All right, so guns and songs. I threw the topics out there into the chats earlier, so people know what we're talking about tonight. Of course, the descriptions of the videos are always there on YouTube. But what kind of guns and songs do we want to talk about?
Oh, Bad Leroy Brown.
Okay. Does he have a gun in that one?
Yeah.
Trying to go through the song real fast in my head. You know, he's like Superman and spitting into the wind, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember the gun. What part is the gun?
I think he had a 45 and a razor in his shoe.
Clover sings.
Chrome 45. That was it.
I don't remember that verse. Over on the YouTube side, or on the gun channel side, is saying Johnny Cash says something about a 45 or a 44. Excuse me. Sorry. 44. He's also saying Hank Williams Jr. has a shotgun rifle and four-wheel drive.
Oh yeah, Hank Williams Jr.'s got more than I think one song with a gun in it. I'm pretty sure.
That's somebody that's Western, right? Or is it something else?
No, he's very country Western and very.
Oh, I know what it is. Volume up so high it's echoing on you.
He's like hippie country Western.
Really? Well, maybe I should listen to that more.
Redneck hippie country Western, yeah.
Oh, and Into the Wind. Yeah, that's the Junkyard one. I'm thinking of the wrong song. Yeah, sorry. Over on the YouTube side, Stagger Lee. Oh, there's a good song. I can get behind that one.
Yeah, JD's got a gun.
Cocaine Blues. Which one's that? Oh, that's. Or is that the? I don't know which one that is.
Oh yeah, Midnight Range got a bunch out here. Johnny Cash, Devil's Right Hand, which also oh, what's his name? The other country blues singer.
Okay, so
Copperhead Road too. But yeah, Don't Take Your Guns to Town, Boy Named Sue, Cocaine Blues.
I can't think of that Cocaine Blues one. For some reason I can't.
Yeah, I can. Folsom City Blues.
So 38
Special, yeah, that's true. Whole band.
Yeah, whatever. Do they have songs about guns? I thought I looked for it one time and I couldn't find no songs about guns.
Oh, but they named the band after caliber anyway. Pretty anemic caliber, but almost a 9mm.
What's a 9mm of the day, right? Come As You Are.
Nirvana, Come As You Are?
Oh no, he does. If I Only Had a Gun or something, we talk about that in the middle.
Okay.
If I Don't Have a Gun. You said that. Did you say that one already? Jamie's got a gun?
Yeah, I think we talked about, or we mentioned Jamie's got a gun, yeah.
Clover said he did a whole writing one. So if you want, grab a link and we'll throw it in the description because it obviously goes along with the topic today. But it's going to be a short show. Rob's got all kinds of Valentine's dates lined up, and yeah, we'll keep moving. So we actually did the topic in 10 minutes this time. All right, so that'll take us into good idea, bad idea. We're going to talk about leaving guns in the holster when you put them into your quick access safe, right? So that should be a good one. And before we do, we'd like to feature one of the members over at Gun Channels each day before the first and second segment of the show. Today it's CloverTac. Obviously big influence on Gun Channels in the time he's been there, and positive in a very positive way. Oops, I'm screen sharing all our secrets again. So thanks, Clover, for everything you're doing over there. And saying because I screen shared all our secrets. But yeah, Gun Channels is a community. It's built on its membership, and for a while there, it was a bit. They wanted to say it's stagnant. It was actually rocking pretty good when Clover came around, but he really took it into gear and kind of gave it some focus. And I really appreciate that. I'm all about encouraging people to take that opportunity to take that stupid camera out of your pocket, take some dang pictures, and post them up there. When we have episodes like we did today, you know, that's when it's too late, because I was finding myself on Instagram double thinking. I didn't want to get into debates today. Getting into debates today, you're justifying horrible shit. So I appreciate everybody that's out there just putting up content on a daily basis, gun related, along with your other stuff that you do. And I think that really has a lot of positive efforts. Anyway, Clover's definitely a poster boy for that kind of stuff. So thanks, man. And let's get to, I gotta quit screen sharing. What am I even screen sharing for? So let's go over and talk about good idea, bad idea. So leaving guns in a holster when you put it in your quick access safe. Good idea, bad idea? Bad idea. Yeah, bad idea. So that's pretty easy. Because what? You have a stupid holster on your gun now. So now you got 2 steps. You already got 3 steps, really. You're taking it out of the big box, and now you got to get a holster off of it.
Yeah, not only that. I mean, if it's a leather holster, it can cause, you know, moisture issues. There's all kinds of reasons not to leave it in a holster. The only reason I've ever considered to leave it in a leather holster, if it's a particularly tight holster and I kind of want to let the gun kind of shape the holster a bit. But yeah,
that's a real good thing. That's the neat thing about doing stuff like this on the internet instead of just all being friends in the same location, because out here I don't even think about that when you get rust on stuff. But yeah, leather will hold the moisture to the metal, right? And you can really screw up a gun by leaving it in a leather holster up there.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah, I've seen pistols that were actually stuck in their holsters. Like you get like guys who had like an old leather GI holster and they stuck a 45 in it, and it just sat in their gun safe for 10 years. Go to take it out, and it's like stuck. Basically, the leather's rusted to the steel. Ugh. Horrible.
All right. So then, Clover was saying it was his 3-month anniversary, Gun Channel's anniversary show. Right on. So that's the one where he talked about the music. We'll throw that in the description here. So Cycle is saying, good idea if it's more than one gun in there. So I guess he's thinking more of I think you're thinking more of a travel type of thing. We're thinking quick, what does it say? The thing here, and you put it in a quick access. That's one of those like shells or like one of those clamshell metal things that maybe something with a fingerprint or whatever, so that you can, the idea is that you can get quick access, right? But I think if you're talking 3 guns in there or whatever, then that's more of just a rifle case or something.
Yeah, and usually in the gun case, I guess if it's, I'd rather carry my holsters in a separate bag. I like to carry all my gun gear in one bag. And then, guns in cases, and they've got foam slabs that hold them so they don't rattle around when you're traveling. But for one of those quick access things you have next to your bed, I would never put a holster on those guns.
What is going on? Oh, that's Clover. So I'm like, what happened to my chat? I opened up Clover's window there. So, all right. So I guess there's nothing happening on the YouTube side. And Cycle says you have a huge bag. So I guess that's true. But I think we solved it. Bad idea. Don't do it. So you're welcome. We'll move on.
That was an easy one. Nobody even had to bleed over that one.
Yeah, seriously, we didn't even fight. So we want to remind everybody that we're having a long-term scavenger hunt. I don't know if anybody's ever even finished this yet, but we're going to keep talking about it. We talk about windbreakers once in a while, and that's in reference to a thing that happened on a show one time. So it's a long-term scavenger hunt. First person to correctly identify what we're talking about with windbreaker, and then the additional, have a link to the show that it all happened in, you'll win a prize pack of some sort. And we can't really tell you what it is because I haven't assembled it all and put it in a box yet. So
basically, isn't all the loot that I was supposed to get is, for being the great hosts on the show, and instead we just all give it away to the damn viewers?
Yeah, and give it away to the little people.
Yeah. See, all the sponsors send all this stuff in thinking I'm going to get it. No, it's all going to go.
They're like, can I send this to the Canada guy's going to get it, right? And I'm like, yeah, send it to Arizona.
Yeah. See what you got a chance to get? All you got to do is figure out windbreakers. How hard can that be?
So let's see. I've got the story of Hans in here, but I didn't put a link to it. So I guess I'm going over to YouTube for a little adventure, and I will grab the video that we're supposed to be talking about today. So every day, one of the reasons we do the show like this, we call it the Daily Gun Show, and we do it on a daily basis, is so we can talk about some of the gun shops that are out there. Important to Bob and I to remind everybody, and hopefully we're not reminding anybody anymore, that gun shops are important, right? So, and it's infinitely interesting to see the various shops out there. So we try to feature a new one every single day. And this one is a surplus store instead, which counts because it's awesome, just as awesome. Oh, what did I do? I did it wrong. So let's put it up this way. And then I was in there this time. I've been going to this shop for maybe 6 years whenever we go to Vegas. So I've been there quite a few times. And every once in a while I've talked to the owner, I guess. But this time he was super personable and asked some questions and stuff. And I asked him if I could do a quick interview. But here's 4 minutes with the owner of the shop. Am I talking?
Larry at Home Surplus in, is this Las Vegas? No. Las Vegas. And you say you've been here how long?
45 years.
And how big is the store now?
12,000.
That's awesome. And I saw I read somewhere that you did netting or you sewed.
Well, we started out, actually about 25 years ago. I had a guy that used to work for me. He had previously done some netting, bought it out of New Orleans. And so I decided to do a very large.
That's that big wheel.
Wheel back there. 20 foot, I think it was in diameter.
And that was for the lake out here?
No, just for selling for people for golf balls, softball, anything.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't marine netting. I just assumed. Okay.
What they do is they fish for Manhattan down in the Gulf. And there was little trash fish. They're about 2 inches to 6 inches long. Oily, but they use it for feed, and cosmetics and a lot of things like this. They're not things you can eat. So they go out over the ocean there, and they with a spotter plane, spot a little group, and somewhere along the coast, all the way to Florida, to Texas, there'll be 2 boats here, a couple boats there, and then the closest ones will come out and bring in the nets. And the net is 1,900 feet long.
Wow.
And it's about 200 feet deep. And they just scoop up a million fish.
And you would just take it from cordage to net here.
Well, what happens, the net is eventually get holes in it and stuff, and they repair it, then finally they just sell it.
Okay.
So then we buy it, cut it up, and then put it up on the wheel, and then cut off whatever you need. Make 10 by 10, 10 by 20.
I see. Okay.
In the day for a 10 by 50.
So you still have that stuff?
Well, I still got some. I'm just not going to stay in the business very long because it takes a week to go down there and get it all set up and then bring it back. And it's just business has been too busy.
But the surplus business around 45 years?
45 years.
And over the years, has the availability of surplus, is that something that's difficult, or is it always available? Really?
You just can't find World War II stuff easily.
Okay.
You can't find Korea War, which is really World War II. Vietnam stuff is kind of drying up a bit, and it wasn't all that great anyway. But the new stuff is the best.
The new multicam and desert stuff.
Yeah, you're right. And anything is being done now. Even your MREs are better today than you ever were with the sea rations.
I saw that you've got some really neat stuff. Some Arab Emirates, the MREs.
That as one of the supply sergeants came in from the Marine base in California, and wanted to know if we wanted to buy some MREs. He said, possibly. What happened? King Jordan, the King Jordan, has 180 bodyguards in the palace. For some reason, they decided to make up a meal, 3 meals a day for 180 guys for like a year long. And so they contracted with American outfit to make up the meals according to their specifications.
Yeah, their menus are pretty interesting.
Exactly. So they sent over a contingent of guys to test these meals and taste them or whatever, and they didn't like them.
Oh.
So they rejected the whole bunch.
But they made them first. So they got them in surplus.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It cost the Americans about $4 million.
Oh, crazy.
That's surplus.
Well, hey, I appreciate your time, and thanks for the shop. We come up every time we're in Vegas. I try to let people know that whenever you're up here visiting, you can go to one of the best surplus stores in the country. All right, thanks again. Really appreciate it.
Your name is?
Pete. Pete. Good to meet you.
So did you go to that shop with us?
I haven't been there. No, I'm thinking, damn it, why didn't I get to go there?
I don't know. We go there almost every time we go. I guess, I don't know. You've been there twice now. We didn't go there. Dang. So yeah, it's a cool shop. I kind of spliced in during the thing some just pictures of the shop, but I did another tour where I walk all around. What do you say? It's 13,000 square feet or something big? So
yeah, I think so.
there's a lot of space in that store, and it's like mining stuff, camping stuff, and then the military surplus is pretty decent. So awesome store.
Looking at the hats, going, man, I would have come out of there with half a dozen hats.
And when you look at the reviews, this one's been up for a couple of days now. The reviews are crazy. Everybody loves that store. A lot of people have been going there their whole lives. Remember, 45 years. I'm not even that old. So, yeah, people have been going there their whole lives. That's awesome. So it's what it's all about, right? When we do the tours, when we do this show, these are what makes the Second Amendment, really. It's these stores. You can't go into an online shop necessarily and just BS. We try to emulate that on gun channels, but, it's not the same. So let's not forget about those local shops. And again, we encourage everybody, remember, you got a camera on there. Our research has shown that barely 10% of the shops have a problem with pictures. Just as long as you ask beforehand, they're almost always really happy to have you promote their shop for them. You do that, post it on gun channels, post it on your whatever social platform you like, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, and then link it to us here on the show. We'll be happy to help promote those shops. And we're going to be doing the tour here starting in end of next month. I'll be going from Tucson over to LA, then down to San Diego, then back to Tucson, over to Tulsa for the big gun show. I'm going to go through Dallas there. So Tucson to Dallas to Tulsa. And then from Tulsa, I'm going to head up towards Cody, Wyoming and check out the museum up there. There's a gun show just north of the museum. And from there, I'm going to head over to Portland, or Seattle, and then down to Portland, then down to Eugene where Haas is, hang out with him for a bit. Come back towards Salt Lake City and check out the Browning Museum, then come down to the NRA show in Dallas again. From there, I'll come back to Tucson. So if you know any gun shops around that route, let us know. Gunshowloopholetour.com is the website. We have a link there where you can suggest gun shops. Please do. We found almost every single awesome thing we found has been from people being part of this project. I mean, people recommending things that are hidden, not necessarily web savvy, you know, maybe they're not even on the internet or posting stuff, and that's a shame. So what we're trying to do is shed light on the stuff that doesn't realize they're not, you know, connected to everybody. So this year we hope to go out with a 360 camera and get some really cool 360 video tours of the places. So if you're interested in that, check out that and stay tuned to the show, because that's one of the reasons we do the show, is so that we can talk about all these cool gun shops. We visited 60 of them last year.
Yeah, for sure. There's some really neat stuff to see out there, and if we don't keep the gun shops there, man, it's so easy for the big box stores to get pressured by, you know, so.
We've seen it happen. Situations like today, they're going to pull stuff from the shelves under the fear of perception, right? So we'll quit bitching and keep moving. So today we have a gun of the day. We've been doing, what is this stuff? It's another one off of YouTube's. So I guess I'll screen share again. We'll turn the lights back off. Smoke them if you got them. But again, no talking.
I hate this gun.
I don't like it either.
You have a bullet weight or it's reloaded with the strip.
Is that too loud? So basically, it's a two-shot Derringer over and under. It breaks open like a shotgun. It's got that little rubber dealy so you can quickly load. And it's in 45 ACP like that guy just said. It's got a really weird trigger. It's double action.
Were you shooting at the middle one?
I think he was saying, like, I'm shooting at the bottom right. So that's the other issue. How do you extract from this thing, right? What's the deal? There's no extractor on it.
It looks like the shit. Yeah, you just pull your other gun out then.
I guess it is an issue with the ejection.
Well, there is no
I have
ejection.
it on the video telling us how the real one had the issues, and those are the demos and stuff. Yeah.
Should at least come with a little rod built in or something.
Well, you know how like a Remington style has that little thumb thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, even if they're not going to, they should at least give you a rod that you can pull out back and use.
Yeah.
I was able to just wiggle it out, but it was difficult. And that was only with being clean.
You don't know what weight it is, but just some standard 45 auto. Check it all the time. I'm gonna shoot at the bottom right. That is a pretty long trigger pull. Wow, that's a pretty long trigger pull.
Come on, guys. Especially when the weather cools down. We over there.
Plus, they're hot when you pull them out of there, you know, for a second or two.
This ammo isn't great, but that really hurts here, and there's not a lot to hold on to. That jimping hurts here. That's a lot of recoil. I think it'd be more fun to shoot at 9. But that would be devastating to have 2 shots 45 in your gun roll.
All right, so that's that gun. And then we didn't talk about in the video there. Oh, look at this, back when we used to do quotes at the end of videos. That was fun. So in the handle of that thing is a storage compartment for that little rubber holder for the other 2 rounds. So that little rubber, what am I trying to say? Speed loader fits into the grip. So you've got 2 rounds in the grip there. And the concept is then you got 2 shots, double action, easy to get into use and easy to shoot. And then you'd have 2 follow-up shots if you needed to. Not quickly, but at least you'd have 2 available right in the gun. So it's got its downfalls. It's a lot of recoil. It's goofy for its ergonomics, but I'll tell you what, it's small. It's like a wallet. It's 45 ACP. It opens like a real gun and not some goofy Remington flip over the barrel and awkward thing. It's double action with no exposed hammer. So unlike any other Derringer that's single action, you don't have to pull the hammer back all the time, and you don't have to worry about the hammer getting jammed up in clothing or something. And if you did jab this into somebody's gut, you can get 2 shots. You don't have to worry about it malfunctioning with a slide or with a hammer or anything, or even with a revolving cylinder, right? So as far as the gun, the machine, it's great. I think they could have added a little bit of rubber, perhaps. Again, this was its first demo. This was when it was being made out of St. Louis, I think, before it moved down to Texas or wherever it's at now, or Florida maybe. I forget where it's at. This video is old, so this one's from, like, say, that first version of it that came out in 2013. That's our gun of the day. What do you think of that one? You gonna buy one, Bob?
No, I can think of better things to have for a backup, like a cop.
Well, yeah, cop $700 though. I forget what this one costs, but it was difficult to get even for a while when it first came out. You know, it was popular, or at least it was sought after.
Well, I don't. You know, there's nothing wrong with a little 2-shot Derringer for kind of your last ditch. You know, the guy's on top here. You've emptied your regular carry gun and it's malfunctioned or whatever, and yeah, I guess.
So
I just don't like it.
Like I mentioned, so in like a 9, it'd probably be better. It'd be less, you know, stressful on the hand, but and it might actually be easier to I don't know. I was going to say it might be easier to eject, but honestly, it might not, because they're longer. I'm just thinking maybe because there's less power in the 9, it wouldn't expand so much. So we never shot it. We shot it. We saw what it was like. The trigger is pretty stiff, so I've never shot a 9. I'm going to mention too, though, that's a video we did in 2013, and I did not talk highly of the gun. You know, we weren't there to sell you that gun in 2013. We're here in 2018. I'm still not trying to sell you no gun. So the reason we're able to do that is because we're funded by our viewers, people that are interested in what we're saying, and not people interested in telling us what to say. If you value that, head over to Patreon. We have an account for this channel specifically for the Daily Gun Show. The link's in the description of this video. But we also have one for gun websites, and that's what keeps us going. So we really do appreciate the people that support our projects online. We've got a lot of them. We're trying to do, you know, decent stuff that isn't manipulated by somebody having us tell you what to buy. So we'll keep going.
Yeah, it'd be pretty hard for somebody to do that with me anyway, because all the guns I like haven't been made for 50 years. So.
Yeah, and that's part of the influence. I don't like half the new stuff either. I'm not an acquirer anymore. I like to acquire old, interesting stuff. But as far as new guns, I'm not interested in trying to make people buy the newest, flashiest thing just because it's newest and flashiest. Plenty of shows that can help you do that, though. We'll move on to our movie of the day. Every day we try to come up with a gun-related movie, something that's cool you might not have seen in a while, or if you're young and something you ain't seen yet. I don't know if this one applies because it's fairly new. District 9. You seen this one?
I have, actually.
Okay, good. So
I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, this is definitely one of my all-time best favorite movies always, so it's going to probably be in my top 10 at least. But definitely getting 2 thumbs up. I save the thumbs for movies like this. I like everything about this movie, I think. Yeah,
I'll give it 2 thumbs up. I don't know, like, not 2 super thumbs up, because I wasn't, you know, I had, you know, just some problems with it. I really liked the way the storyline went and everything, but I had some problems with some of the tech and stuff. But other than that, a really good movie, well written, interesting concept. But yeah, just not one of the greatest.
I'm gonna give it 1 thumb up and then 1 prawn thumb up, like if I got that black stuff in my eyes.
You know,
so today's Valentine's Day, but it is also a bunch of other really cool stuff.
Isn't it Arizona's birthday?
Definitely. We were the 48th state in the union. We posted a link over on the Instagram with as many of the decent gun-related manufacturers and people doing stuff on Instagram, or just cool people that I know in Arizona. So check that out. And if you know somebody, add them to make a comment and add it. That's what, again, these social media platforms, if you look at them like TV, then you're nothing. You're just part of the product. But when you start interacting with it, at least you're getting a little bit back out of it. You're having some influence out there. So take advantage of when people start a post like that, and chime in and keep that stuff going. It helps the manufacturers or the projects that you link to, and just lets people know about each other. The whole networking thing's always valuable. Anyway, so that was one thing today. That was back in 1918, I think. And so we're 106 years old here. We're actually one of the youngest states because only Alaska and Hawaii are older than us. Let's see. We got some stuff on the cheat here that says, today, 1965, probably in honor of Arizona, Canadians' maple leaf flag was raised for the first time. What was it before?
It was the Commonwealth flag, so it had the British flag and then kind of the Commonwealth thing.
Oh, okay, so it's like a version of the British flag, and you're like, screw
right.
that, you guys. Good.
Yeah.
So that was 65. That was in your lifetime. Was that an issue? Was it like a debate?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, man, there was a big contest to see who, like, you know, kids would send in pictures of what they thought the flag should be. And, yeah, there's a whole bunch of hullabaloo, and the one that they thought should get picked didn't get picked. And
what was the one? What was that one? Remember?
It had 3 maple leaves in a circle.
No, that would have been dumb. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. They had some real stupid ideas.
You know, we give Canada shit all the time, but I think you guys have literally one of the coolest flags. Japan's probably got the coolest flag, right? And then
we were gonna have a beaver on it.
I could handle that as long as it's a cool, like cartoonish or like a silhouette beaver. If it was some kind of like, let's try to make it a detailed looking beaver, I wouldn't like it.
That's what I wanted, like a beaver with a branch and, you know, chewing this branch and just kind of looking like, hey. I thought it was badass.
Let's see, 1950. Stalin and Mao Zedong signed a mutual defense treaty in Moscow. Fuckers. Sounds like in 1950, one person placed strategically could have saved a hell of a lot of grief. But we play nice, I guess, and grief happened. Let's see. 1940, Hitler ordered that all British ships, merchant ships, were to be considered warships. So son of a bitch started killing innocents. 1940. What's the heck is this? In 1925, the London Zoo announced it'll install lights to cheer up the fogged-in animals. So that's interesting. A little bit humanitarian type of stuff. Even in the, I can't even imagine what a zoo would have been like in 1925.
Well, you know what they called fog in those days was smog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was because the Industrial Revolution was going on and stuff, and coal-fired power plants were everywhere. So, yeah, London was just covered in this black hail of smoke.
Huh.
So was New York.
Yeah. All right, well, aside from Arizona and that other stuff, one of the coolest things to have happened today in the past was in 1911. February 14th, 1911, the 1911 was patented. March 29th, the Army adopted it, and that's history right there.
No shit, man. And it is truly one of the best firearms ever made. I mean,
I don't think there's any doubt. There can be no debate.
No, I mean, basically the high power, of course, being the best is just an improved version of it. So,
yeah, in a weaker caliber lane, but made in Europe. But so obviously Bob's wrong. So yeah, on the day of the 1911's birthday, Bob's going to talk shit and talk about it, but we wouldn't have it anyway.
Right. I said it was one of the best guns ever made.
I'm going to go ahead and say it's probably the best gun for all of that involved. I mean, it kept us free as a freaking planet. Stopped the invasion of hoodlums twice in the entire planet. Are you kidding me?
I bet when aliens invade, it's gonna have something to do with repelling aliens in the future.
Yeah, exactly. Like it'll be all lasers and whatnot, and they'll have some kind of laser shields, right? And everybody will be like, "Oh, how do we get through the laser shields?" And some guy will come up with this like metal thing out of a oiled rag, and then a box of like, you know, a falling apart box of shells.
Full Metal Jacket GI rounds.
Yep, from like the war, and then they'll go in, plug the main alien right in the face, and then all the other aliens will, you know, their collective Borg mind or whatever will be scattered, and we'll be able to win. So thinking 1911 in the future also.
Yeah. I'm thinking of, you know, there's a movie there.
Defender of the Planet, and it could just be a bunch of dudes running around popping aliens.
Yeah, we've been raiding all the museums, right, in order to get all the old ordnance from World War II in Korea and fighting the aliens off because, you know, they've got ray guns, but hey, and shields. They've got shields, but our bullets can get through them. Think of that. Oh, something that aliens never thought of, projectiles.
All right, well, here's something mesmerizing that's going to freak you out. And It's the end of the human race.
No, man. Full Metal Jacket bullets will get through those things too.
You wish. What the hell? All right, let me go find it on YouTube. Stupid internet. Stupid internet. Have you seen this thing yet, though? All right, now I'm stuck in there. Have you seen this thing?
The robot dog?
No, this is a crazy robot's going to end the world type of thing.
Oh, yeah, that's what they say. But, man, just think, full auto fire with Full Metal Jacket. Yeah, you'll break something on those joints or hit a hydraulic line or something. Won't take much.
All right, what is going on here? Oh, I see.
Viking battle axes for when they get close.
I can't get the dang movie to play now. What's going on?
That's the interweb, man. Against us.
All right. I thought I used to know how to use the internet pretty good for a while. I don't think I do.
That's fine. We'll figure it out.
Come on, you gonna open already? Try and listen to the third site. Got a bunch of stupid ads popping. Nope, bunch of stupid ads popping.
I still say the gun channels people have to challenge the robotic community. Okay, your robots are so cool. You make one that can walk across the field at Big Sandy. Yeah, those are badass looking robots. So. Oh, yeah. That's like something from a freaking movie, man. And it closes the door behind itself. Oh,
so this was a big video with a bunch of like talking on it, but when you watch the video, find the video on YouTube in a couple of days. It's too new still. But there's no sound. Those things make no servo noises or nothing. So those are just little stealth murder bots that Skynet can now make all it wants. So yeah, that's the end of humanity.
No, you know what? I'll bet they make enough noise. I bet they make enough noise that a dog could hear them, and a dog would be freaked by them, and he would flip, and then you'd know to grab your gun, and then you could gun him down.
Well, we know from the documentaries that dogs will be the salvation against the robots, but
true. Everyone should own a big dog, some kind of shepherd, or any kind of big dog. It's got to be a big dog. Them little dogs ain't no good. They'll warn you, but after that, they're just going to pee themselves and hide in a corner.
They don't eat a lot, though, and they are fun, and they can keep a little kid and old people entertained, so there's still use for old little dogs.
Yes, yeah. All right. That means cats have a use then.
I don't know about that. Cats don't necessarily stick around like a dog, so when the end of the world happens, cats will have to have a conversation.
That's your cats. Cats are liable to just go, oh, you guys are on your own. I'm out of here. They're not going to bother me. Aliens will just be no threat there.
So Pants makes an interesting point here about the movie of the day, District 9. He said District 40 and District 45 didn't have an alien problem.
Really?
Well said. I like that. That sounds like a movie or something happening.
Oh, yeah. That's right. The alien ships that came down in those districts. Yeah. The aliens didn't survive the crash, apparently.
Well, we're going to end the Instagram feed because I need the phone to do our end music. So thanks to the people that joined us on Instagram. We go live every night at midnight. We don't always simulcast it over on Instagram. We're usually over on gunchannels.com and then on Stupid YouTubes. So thanks for joining us on the Instagram side. Now you're gone, so we can use the phone to do the end stuff. And I think we're done. So this was episode 508. Thanks everybody for joining us live. We'll be back tomorrow with episode 509. It's Thursday, so we'll be talking about training and that kind of thing. CCW will be backup long gun or a truck gun. That should be fun. Magazine maintenance. I don't think we've ever talked about that before, but it's important because most of these people only buy a couple of magazines for some reason. And then for training, shotgun techniques, which is super boring, but I guess we're going to talk about it. So all the stuff we do on a regular day, the gun shop of the day and the movie and all that. those people with significant others might be back to be part of the show. Or wait, yeah, because we're the two that don't. So I think that's it. Let's see. Tomorrow's Thursday, so Jimmy usually starts the day off with early watch over on Gun Channels. Then Ponnery or somebody else will usually run a lobby. I shouldn't say somebody else. It's usually Knives or Pants. And then let's see. Thursdays, Ellis Outlaw Hatfield does a show, I think, on Thursdays.
We didn't have our showdown though.
Oh, we gotta do the showdown now. I guess you're right.
We forgot the showdown, man.
So somebody can go over and copy and paste the Thursday schedule for me. I just googly right now. I can't think of tomorrow's shows except for Clover. So I think I got Yankee tomorrow too.
Oh,
let's see. Hashtag now. Jimmy does most of this stuff normally.
Yeah, I know. Jimmy, just because he's got a real job.
A wife. Let's.
And a wife.
Somebody's having a good Valentine's Day. Let's put it that
I got a girlfriend. She'll get over it in a couple of weeks.
All right, so we take a look at the Instagrams. We go to the hashtag Daily Gun Show. This week we have 1833. Even copy and paste today. 1833. Last week we had 1750. So as soon as I put this in here, I'm not going to do the. Oh, what happened? Okay, I'm not doing the math. Whatever the math is, that's how many of them are there this week. We'll scroll down until we figure out which ones we've already seen before. I know there's a bunch of cool ones. I've been noticing them coming through. This was probably, no, that's not last week. Imagine that. I don't think I put the van chat in here. This was February.
83.
What?
Just count 83. There's 83 new ones.
All right. Well, I'm not counting. This was the 8th, so somewhere around here will be the 7th. Probably. Let's talk about Knives Pet stickers again. Angelina, one of the co-hosts of the show, runs Allen Anchor out in California, and she was nice enough to run a set of patches for the Gun Channels people this month, and we did them for Knives, who hosts the lobby chats. He puts a lot of time and effort into Gun Channels. He really helps make Gun Channels what it is. So, and he does, everybody knows Knives situation. So we've got the things over in the lobby. So if you head over to Gun Channels and just go to the lobby, right down the right side here, it opens down this right side here. There's a link to the store. You don't even have to go anywhere. You can just order it right on Gun Channels if you want. $20 of that $25 goes directly to Knives. So encourage people to say thanks to Knives. Maybe leave him $20 for what he's doing. We'll call that our first picture. Then we got Jimmy taking a picture of these Chipotle nachos, I guess. I guess we should thumb that up, huh? Let's see. Then we got this operational briefcase. You seen these before, Bob? I think we talked about this, right? We talked about
we talked about that one. Yeah.
Jimmy's trying to throw an extra nachos in there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I remember this one from Chris, but we thumbed it or we gave it a heart, so might have. Sounds interesting. Go to gear.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the clear mags. Really show me how to
not the cool gun. Oh, I love those cards. Yeah, those are funny.
Yeah, these were from one of the match chats a while back. He was doing like a gun nut thing, and I made up a couple of Mr. Peanuts with gear on. And this one kind of looks like the Wolverine one. That's just like a mod of the Mr. Peanut. Anyway, Patriot is one of our supporters on the gun websites on Patreon, and we sent these out last month as the thank you. Looks like we got a chamber here in a G Trunnion. So what's he saying here? I guess it's just a picture of the gun. It was Mosen's birthday. We talked about that, whatever day that was.
Yep.
Half of a Mosen Nagant. He's the guy that invented the magazine, I guess. Then we got my old 17 there. That'll be a gun of the day one day. That one's mine. It's built in 1989. Like it. Not shooting a gun at the air, just to prove to the sky that gravity exists, I guess. And then we got Chris taking a nice one. I kind of like his use of that balance.
Oh,
yeah,
balance.
Nice color and everything. He's got an eye. That's a little beagle picture I took one time. Jimmy playing around with early watch, kicking butt every single day. He gets up. Usually he does this show till late. Then he gets up early, does early watch. Then he does a 9 to 5, sleeps for like a minute, I guess, and then eats and enjoys his family life for a minute, and then jumps in this show. So a lot of people keeping things moving here. Let's appreciate them. Oh, sorry. Tardot posted one of the range or something. That's kind of a nice shot. That'd be a good shot for like a blog post or something. It kind of tells a story. It's a nice picture.
Yeah.
Kind of nice. Don't know what all this white dandruff is on there, but
it's the AK-47's natural environment.
you know, Dremel has been posting a lot of stuff, and a lot of people have done things with trying to make it look like their head stamps or their shows are head stamps, and they usually come out so you can't tell what it's trying to say, or they look really fake. I think he did a great one with the actual image of the shotgun shell, and then with the writing so that you can clearly see it. I think that worked out pretty well. I don't know if anybody's ever talked to him about that, but the only thing I think I would change is not a shot primer, right? Do it with a real primer. What is that? Ruger? I just think that's cool because of the smooth cylinder, and it's an 8-shot 357. Who wouldn't want that gun? That'll be a gun of the day.
Yeah.
It's heavy, but man, cool gun. Here's us. You're watching this show right now. That's what it feels like when you watch this show, right?
Yeah. It's like you first got that toy machine gun that makes the sound.
Got Patriot again. Bought a bunch of, or no, he won a bunch of stuff when we did that big giveaway deal. And you know what? We closed it on the Instagram early, and we're doing Instagram. Oh well.
Yeah. Well,
So,
that's on you.
yeah, that's my fault. But I'm thinking all the time. So anyway, this I think that he won one that said whatever, and Angelina picked his patches. So he got the last of the AK Pro patches, those big ones, and then the last, well, the only one I ever did with orange with a yellow border. Although I'll probably make another one for me because that kind of makes it pop, I think. And then I sent him a sticker and the Daily Gun Show. So right on. I also like how, again, there's some stuff on there. Kind of makes it tell a story, makes it a little more interesting than just a straight picture shot. I don't know why this is up here. Bill Clinton does whatever he feels like. There's a Chris. I put this one up here, especially for Alice.
That is kind of neat the way that thing folds up. But God, that gun's ugly.
This gun, this 357 Smith.
No, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
I was talking about the Chris Vector.
I like it. I got a couple of boxes of Smith & Wesson ammo. Bob over at Tucson Guns let me go in and take a bunch of pictures with them, and I appreciate that. That's pretty cool. Kind of a neat scale picture there. And another one from Bill Clinton, a little Rome, or it says Arms Company. Kind of neat.
Oh wow,
That's
a crude little gun, that one. Eh? Oh, that's a pretty little deer. I bet he tastes good.
We got another picture of Chamber. I don't know if he's trying to say something about that or if he's just showing it.
Maybe he broke his AK-47.
Took me a minute to comprehend what I was looking at. You know what he's looking at?
Not a clue. Oh, bunch of bullets?
Nope.
No, I have no idea.
This is like a Vegas thing with all the light bulbs taken out of it, like a big display. Just the sockets. At least that's what I think it is. Like,
I don't know, man. I mean, it could be that, but it just doesn't quite look like that.
Oh no, those look like, because on a big board like this, you're not going to screw them. You're just going to put them in with like a bayonet mount or like a friction. So I bet that's, you know, it's to make a giant board look. Anyway, so here's. I really like this. What is this thumbnail? Also nice and clear, gives a little bit of unique look. His color thing is snapping, so I really like this, and I haven't noticed this before. That's pretty sweet. Ghost is doing it right, man.
Yeah, he's pretty creative for a Marine. I mean,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's overcoming all the Marine stuff. So
yeah.
Actually, looks like P2269
gun.
Too bad. This one. What do you think of this one, Bob? I knew this one was coming. Can you barely see it there?
Oh yeah.
I put in here. Looks like I see a lawsuit coming. So you know, we got to figure out who's making this, and Bob yell at him. We'll just go into the gun show and snag up all the patches, and when they say something, we'll just go suck it up, buttercup, walk away. I don't know why Nut was pasting so many pictures of that gun, so I just went past it, and then we got Bill Clinton posting a gun. What do you know? It's not a dartboard or some other thing. It's a gun, except it's an XD.
The other one was a gun. It was just a really bad gun.
Oh, that one was a dartboard. But this is a XD. It's in 40, but it's an XD. So we'll keep moving. David Deer, hey, hunt a pedophile. I guess that's a thing you put on the back of your thing.
Oh, I kind of like that. That'd go well in my neighborhood.
I don't know why Nut keeps posting all these pictures of this gun. What's so good about this gun?
It's pretty.
Yeah, I mean it's good looking, but I want my gun like that to be old and beat up looking, like it's got a story to tell. Unless you're gonna stick it in a tree like this. This looks pretty good. Good contrast. Man, Chris is a good eye.
Now, if he leaves it in the tree until it actually grows in to be part of the tree, that would be a commitment.
Yeah. The Joe to see posting an actual crank with a scope on it for some stupid reason.
Yeah, that looks really dumb.
I made that picture we took up at Ben Avery. That's Catch from Finland and Jimmy and Dog and Bob. This was out at Ben Avery. This was, oh man,
Last year,
you know, everybody's
just before we went to Big Sandy.
Hold on. Gotta do real life here for a second. Everybody's partying, I guess, tonight, so all my plans for tomorrow morning are getting canceled. All right, so sorry, what were you saying? Sorry,
I said that was just before we went to Big Sandy.
That's right. You and Catch went up to Big Sandy. Me and Jimmy went back to Jimmy's place. Was there somebody else here? No, that was Catch's rental car back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good day. And everybody says that's a good picture, so I wanted to play with it, and we made it like a Gun Show Loophole 2017 wrap-up type of thing. Clover doing a thing. He was just talking about this today on his show, and it's sort of a technique where they get the gun in a rest, and the kid lines up the sights and everything, and then the other person. This is dry fire, no bullets, just sighting and getting yourself, you know, into the stock or whatever, getting the sight picture. So the other person will go down range, and the person who's at the rifle will say left, right, up, down, whatever. So then they'll take that lollipop or whatever it is, and then place it wherever the person who's shooting, quote unquote, is going to aim, right? And then he has the kid get up, stand around or something, do something else, and then sit back down, acquire a sight, and then the other, you know, they bring it back in again. So they made a dot. Now they got a second dot. They do that, I think, a third time. And then the idea is to, you know, without the stress of the range, you can do this indoors, like he's saying. Like it's raining here today, you could be doing that indoors. And it's the idea is you get your fundamentals of a good, consistent shooting platform.
Acquiring a sight picture as well.
Yeah, exactly. And consistent sight picture. So awesome. And plus you got a little bunch little girls doing it, and that's awesome. So that's Clover for you. Got Nut again, his stupid grip. Come on. You been watching this show? He's just trying to spam us. Another one from Jeswan.
He's trolling us.
Yes. Same revolver every single time. Just a little part. Look at this. Look at this. I'm not even liking it this time. It's just another picture of that same grip. So looks like Patriot got a bunch of stuff from Clover. You guys are sending stuff out that they acquired at the show. Again, Patriot's doing a nice little display there, kind of a picture. I like it. Gun Gals, they have their second show on Sunday. This looks like Desmo was reposting that for people. You know, these live chats are live, right? But they're on the internet. As soon as they're over, they render into a video on our YouTube channel. So go check them out. It's always good to hear stuff from different perspectives and whatnot. And this is just interesting because these girls are getting to know each other and talking about guns and whatnot. It's kind of cool. Studley showing this mag that he said, I guess he's upset because it's not pristine, but come on. I kind of like AK stuff when it looks like it's been there and done some stuff. Clover doing another epic one. Self-explanatory. He definitely
I kind of like it.
Nice to see Clover on the Instagram now because, you know, he brings a good effort to it, so it's cool. Gun control, buying one when you want them all. That's a nice one. He made that one up himself. That's Bill Clinton again. We call him Bill Clinton because there's no way to say whatever this is, right? Because this is just, he just typed a bunch of random stuff or his cat walked across the keyboard or something. But he sounds like Bill Clinton when you talk to him in the chats. This is back in the day. I just like looking at big and little. One of the biggest production revolvers, probably, maybe even the biggest one at the time. And well, not the biggest one because they would have longer barrels. And then this isn't quite the smallest one, but almost the smallest and almost the largest production revolvers. Another one from Chris. Mag pulled up. I would almost like it more, but I don't like that grip. Can't handle that grip. Another one from Jesla. Always a good idea to post your stuff like this on Instagram. So those people, you never know when somebody's looking at the Instagram and they're like, oh, I got a couple of minutes. Let me go watch that video.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a nice one. I still got to figure out what he's using to take these. These are nice picks. Yeah. No comment necessary. Yeah. Oh, here's a revolver we can get behind. So this was one that they got into the shop a long time ago. It was so new in the wrapper, like was massive. It was really cool. It had the original price tag. There's no date on here. I don't think I put it in here, but $176 originally for this Model 13. So just a neat little gun. The problem is, if you buy something like that, you're an asshole if you shoot it, right? Like, leave that gun alone and just appreciate it for what it is, piece of history and investment. But everybody's their own thing. Here's the spas. We were talking about that the other day. They're always cool. That's not the one I owned. I owned one overnight one time. Here's us again. I think we talked about this. No, I just had that up on the end of the show one day. I'm thinking this is my winner. I saw this one earlier. I like it.
That is cool, because I can't get my dog to wear a hat or sunglasses.
You know what ain't my winner? This one here. Everybody's allowed to do it. Cool. First Amendment says we can do what we want. I'm not a big fan of flag art, so I'm not giving this one a thumb, but Rob can if he wants to. Jimmy was saying that his stuff is blocked in some countries because of his raw content, probably. No holds barred. This is I don't know what this was. I think it was to illustrate how this little lasery module thing that's like built into the dust cover of the SIG runs through with a ribbon cable through the frame, and then the battery is up in the butt plug. I think it was just to illustrate that, but obviously it looks awesome, and all guns should be clear, right? I mean, what other reason would you make it out of plastic? Because you can make plastic. That was hilarious. I've seen that one a few times already. It's like Dog Body's doing something here that is not guns, so we'll move along. Tardot, nice pick. That's neat. There's us again, because we go to space all the time. Rescue damsels. It's one of our things. From robots. I don't know. I'm sure Bob hates this. You hate this?
No, I don't mind it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. You know, at first glance, I'd probably hate it, but kind of grows on me after a minute.
I know. It's kind of like...
So we got Patreon supporters. We talked about it a couple of times already, or at least I've been talking about it in other shows today. I lose track after doing 4 podcasts in one day. But this is the sticker perks that we sent out to the Patreon supporters last month. We really do appreciate your effort and your support, your financial support. Each one of those people put in $5.56. There's 12 of them, and that came up to, wait a minute, there's 24 of them. That comes up to $135 buying the patches. These are, excuse me, the stickers from Flippy, and the envelopes and stamps and everything leaves us about $60. And we appreciate that. That pays a bill. It keeps us able to do this kind of stuff instead of having to go work some 9 to 5 and, you know, trickle out information. So again, really do appreciate that. We sent out some swag as well. You know, it's sometimes, like, I know people at Glock, they'll give me whatever I want. Night Force didn't care, but you know, some of these you just don't want to rape a small booth at SHOT, so you can't just take 24 stickers all the time. So kind of did them random, and like Clover and Ghost are doing, I'll be trickling all the remaining SHOT Show swag out. And in fact, if I got time tomorrow, we're going to be doing the trading cards tomorrow, maybe in the morning. I might get up, since it looks like my morning stuff got canceled, and do a Patreon giveaway thing. I've got a bunch of stuff that it's just too random to put together, so I'm just going to make it into a few random packages and send it out to our Patreon supporters randomly. This is the one on Sunday. No, this is the one on Friday nights, the Fish, Fur, and Firearms. So a little bit more hunting. Good to see that over on Gun Channels. That's awesome. And Fridays are rocking. We got a lot of shows on Fridays now. This is a Chinese bullpup. I think that's a cool picture, though. Then another one. He makes good thumbnails. This is one of my favorites, though. I really like that one.
Yeah, that's cool.
We might actually be almost done. Nope, Jimmy playing with his pup. And he did get instructions for her to rub her belly. So the belly was rubbed. We would give it to that dog, but it's Jimmy's dog, so it's cheating. Another one from Bill Clinton.
See, I told you he had a gun in there. He had that one earlier. That's that Roan or whatever.
Yeah. He's had a few guns. I'm just saying he also had like a dartboard.
Well, maybe... You know,
Here is one of the supporters over on Ghost Tactical. I don't even have one of these Ghost business cards, so lucky Gary. I do have one of these Dodge post stickers, though. Anyway, that's cool. Thanks, Ghost, for doing that. And thanks, Gary, for posting it. That's what it's all about, getting the word out, helping out with links and stuff, and just letting Ghost know it got there. That's always appreciated. It's VD Day, so some guns for you. And there's a lot of people reposting that. Here's Pink. Oh, no, that's old. All right, so there we go. I think that's all of them. We only got Bob and me, so it's going to be pretty easy today. What are you picking?
I'm going to pick the Suck It Up Buttercup one.
Oh, there is going to be a debate because I'm sticking with the dog. So where the hell did that Suck It Up? It's the bad picture because it's way at the bottom. There it is. So Suck It Up Buttercup from Lockjaw or Awesome Dog with the Every Second Matters patch on his face. Come on. So you get to pick, you people, the little people. Uh-oh, I gotta refresh over here. Oh, look at that. This is a neat thing that they do on YouTube now. They'll tell them
grips.
Subscribes. What?
We're talking about grips over on YouTube. Oh no, there's one for the dog.
Oh, I probably should do this off air since I'm logging into gun channels. I got logged out at the 9 o'clock mark there or something, or at the midnight mark. So we're back on. And dog. What does that say? Wretch? Dog. Wretch.
I think we have to go with the dog. I think it's unanimous, which it usually is. People go for dogs.
Well, it's a dog with an Everything Matters thing and sunglasses. So.
Yeah.
There you go. That's picture on the Instagrams all week. And there was a lot of them. So appreciate everybody that's playing along with that. It is fun, and it's cool to see the variety of pictures. And again, it's all an exercise to get people using stupid Instagram. It's the easiest of all the stupid platforms out there, seriously. And it's a ton of people using it. It's a chunk of Facebook, really. So, yeah, highly encourage you to check it out if you are interested in doing something online. It's like literally the easiest one to do. Bob can do it. Dano can do it. It's easy. And it's a lot of fun. It's quick. You don't have to spend a lot of effort figuring out where you are or getting your bearings or figuring out who you're looking at. You just scroll through pictures, and if you like them, you throw a little heart on there. It's pretty easy, pretty fun. That's the point of this segment, but it's also to have some fun with our audience, keep it interactive, and all that kind of stuff. Thanks for participating. Okay, and I think we already talked about tomorrow's show, right? Like I was almost wrapped up.
Yeah, I think we were talking about it when I remembered the...
Well, I'm glad you didn't had too many for next week if we would have waited.
Yeah, well. Yeah, like next week it would have been crazy. Would have been the whole show.
Yeah, seriously. All right, so with them other people missing, we were able to do it right on time. So maybe we should just get rid of all them other people and go back to me and Bob. Let us know in the comments what you think. Remember that the comments on stupid YouTube are like they're gone. As soon as we click this button here in a second, those comments are gone. So we really do appreciate the people that go in after the video and leave comments on YouTube. We only have not even 1,000 subs on this channel, and we could use all the help we can get. It might be, I might have 170,000 subs on the other one, but I'm starting like everybody else with 0 on this one. So we help we can get. The thumbs up, we appreciate it. We don't even feel bad for the 10 people that stole the show tonight. We just want to say thanks to the 21 people that gave us a thumbs up to let us know that it's worth doing this. I think I'm done. Bob can do his thing, and then we'll be gone till tomorrow.
All right. Well, we like to end it with a quote. Today's is going to be James Earl Jones. But before we get to that, I want to remind everybody, please like, share, subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Support us on Patreon, I know we've talked about that a couple times, but hey, I do it every show right at the end before I do the quote, which is by James Earl Jones. So anyway, let's do the quote tonight. And here we go. The world is filled with violence because criminals carry guns. We decent, law-abiding citizens should also have guns. Otherwise, they will win, and the decent people will lose. Thanks very much for watching and listening, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
All right, so we got rid of all those people that was over. No, technically finished until I clicked the last button. So all the people that were ditching out of here, that were only giving us a pity view anyway, and now we got it for the people that are true listeners. So we appreciate you guys that stuck around till literally almost the last second in today's tactical pop quiz question, since Jimmy dropped the ball and didn't leave us anything in here, is what was the name of the song we started the show with today? What was the name of the song that we started the show with today? We're watching both the side and the YouTube side. I'm only going to let it go one, whatever this is, 30 seconds, and then we'll end it. So you only got a quick chance here. It's not 42.
All right.
It almost sounded like James Earl Jones. I think he's talking about Bob. Looks like we're not going to get an answer. Are we going to get an answer?
I don't see nothing.
Guys and gals at gunwebsites.com.
We got a QQQ and Pancake Song. Nothing on YouTube.
And carry every day.
Well, let me
Thanks for watching.
rewind this and I'll
Guys
do
and
it
gals
again.
at gunwebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year. Practice at least once a month. Thanks for watching. Gunwebsites.com.
5 things from dearwebsites.com.